everyone. In today's video, I'll explain a very important concept, that is chromophore and auxochrome. So chromophore is color imparting group. That means chromo means color, phore means group. Okay, it is defined as any isolated covalently bonded group that shows a characteristic absorption in the UV or visible region. So for example, I'm taking benzene. Benzene actually colorless compound. So if you take nitrobenzene, we have inserted NO2 group. If you observe this group, it is an isolated group, it is separate group, and it shows a covalent bond. It is covalently bonded group. It shows a covalent bond with benzene. Covalent bond means a bond which is formed by the mutual sharing. Okay, so it shows a characteristic absorption in the UV visible region. 400 to 800 nanometers is called as a visible region. So this region can be observed with our eye. Remaining all radiations cannot match with the eye wavelength. Okay, that's the reason we can observe only visible region colors, that is VIBGYOR colors. Okay, so this nitrobenzene shows yellow color because of the presence of nitrogen. Okay, NO2 group. This NO2 group is imparting color to the compound. So chromophore is responsible for imparting color to the compound. Okay, so actually a compound containing chromophore is called as a chromogen. So this is also called as chromogen because it consists of chromophore. And some more examples we can give: ethylene, acetylene, acids, esters, ethers, and you can give some more nitro compounds as examples for this chromophores. Almost chromophores shows unsaturation in their functional group. That means ethylene, if you observe, you can see double bond. Acetylene, if you observe, you can see triple bond. Even all acids consist of double bond. Ethers, and you can see even NO2 group consists of double bond. Okay, so that means what? Chromophores have unsaturation in their group. Let us see the types of chromophores. There are two main types of chromophores. Let us see the first one, the chromophoric group that consists of pi electrons. Pi electrons means they'll have unsaturation in the compound. In such compounds, we can observe pi to pi star transition. So you can see the group like ethylene and acetylene. You can see there is a double bond in ethylene and there is a triple bond in acetylene. So in such groups, because of the pi bond, they undergo pi to pi star electronic transition. Okay. So now let us see second one, the chromophoric group that consists of both pi electrons and non-bonding electrons. Okay, in such groups you can observe both the N to pi star transition and pi to pi star transition. You can observe NO2 and azo groups, and even you can see carbonyl groups like aldehydes and ketones. You can see there is a double bond and there are non-bonding electrons around oxygen. So we know oxygen valency is 6. 2 electrons involved in the bond formation and remaining 4 electrons are non-bonding electrons. Those non-bonding electrons involved in the N to pi star transition, and this pi electrons involved in the pi to pi star transition. Let us see about auxochrome. Okay, auxochrome is not a color imparting group, but it is a color enhancing group. It enhances the color of the compound. So let us see the definition. It can be defined as any group which does not act as a chromophore but whose presence brings about a shift of the absorption band towards the red end of the spectrum. Okay, because of the introduction of auxochrome, the wavelength absorption band shifts towards the longest wavelength. So we can observe visible region VIBGYOR. Among them, red color has the longest wavelength, more wavelength. So when we introduce auxochrome, this absorption maximum shifts towards the longest wavelength, towards the red end of the spectrum. So because of the auxochrome, not only color, the lambda max value, absorption value, and absorption coefficient value also increases. So now let us see the example ones. So benzene, if you observe benzene, which is a colorless compound, when we introduce a nitro group, NO2 group, it becomes pale yellow. Here NO2 acts as a chromophore. So when we introduce NH2 group, amine group, it becomes dark yellow. It is a compound para-nitroaniline. So here yellow color is enhancing That means pale yellow is converting into dark yellow because of the introduction of amino group. So here amine group is not a chromophore, but it acts as the oxochrome because it enhances the color of the compound. These oxochromes have at least one pair of non-bonding electrons. Okay, they have one pair of non-bonding electrons which are capable of interacting with pi electron system of the compound. For example, I am taking the benzene. I am taking the aniline. Nitrogen is having a non-bonding electrons. These non-bonding electrons are capable of interacting with the pi electron system of this benzene. Okay, so because of that the lambda max value is increasing. So if you observe benzene, lambda max value 255 nanometers, and if you observe aniline, it is 280 nanometers. Because of this conjugation with the pi electron system, the lambda max value is increasing. So best examples I can give you different oxochromes. NH2 amine group, NHCH3, it is a secondary amine group. OH you can observe as a hydroxyl group, COOH group, acid group, Cl, chlorine, okay, chlorine group, and you can observe CN is a cyanide, and CONH2 amide group. All these groups are having non-bonding, at least one pair of non-bonding electrons which can interact with the pi electron system. And some of the oxochromes can be acidic and some of the oxochromes can be basic. You can observe this, amines are basic in nature, and you can observe that acids are acidic in nature. So oxochromes can be acidic or basic. So we can say that because of the introduction of oxochrome, the lambda max value absorption that has taken place at certain wavelength, that wavelength value is increasing. So the lambda max value for benzene is 255 nanometers and for aniline is 280 nanometers. Okay. So this is completely about chromophore and oxochrome. Thank you so much for watching.